Hey guys, welcome to Earth. So today we're going to prepare a plant growth booster, a plant immunity booster, which is prepared during the summer seasons and can be stored and used from 8 to 10 months easily. It's also an alternative to compost. So let's begin. All the leaves from our garden, whatever is pruned, can be used for this process. This is the leaf of Shenbagam, Champaka or Champangi. Make sure to check in the front and dorsal side for any insects or eggs that's laid by the insects. We are going to discard that part alone and use the rest of the leaves. But there are three main ingredients which we are going to use here. The first one is the leaves from mango tree. They have high antiviral properties, antioxidant properties, antibacterial properties, immunomodulatory properties, which is very good for the plant growth. The second main ingredient is neem. The leaves of neem, the flowers of neem, the fruits of neem can be used in this process. They are very important to keep the white ants away and to provide the soil with high amount of nutrients. Any flowers that can also be used in our garden or grown in our garden can be used over here. The third main ingredient is the leaves from guava. The guava leaves are very high in fiber content and gives the plant with a very strong stability and hardness. So any flowers, as I mentioned, can be used. But these flowers have to be dried off completely before using it in a process. We are going to chop these leaves off into smaller pieces for them to dry off quickly, and for the flowers we are going to separate the sepal from the pistil and petals so that they again dry off really fast. Even if there is a small amount of moisture, it's going to spoil off by creating or developing fungus in it, which is going to spoil the powder or the fertilizer that we are preparing. So it's very important that all the ingredients are dry and crunchy. So the other leaf that can be used over here, which is again important, is the leaf from custard apple. That also has a great anti-inflammatory properties, which is very good for the root growth. If we have diseased leaves like these, which is like infected, we can burn these leaves. We are not supposed to use them in a compost bin or in this process. We are going to burn those infected leaves and use the ashes in our pots or flower pots, and we can dry off the rest of the leaves completely well. So once all of this is chopped off into tiny pieces, it's going to take a very little time for them, but we'll give them a good 8 to 10 days, especially during the summer, because we are going to store it for a very long period of time. I'm using a fabric bag over here so that the leaves don't fly off and just mess around the whole terrace. So use a fabric bag, that's much important, and dry it completely, sun dry it completely, and you can grind it off completely and make it into a powder form. This is the powder that's formed from dried leaves. This is a powder that's formed from the dried fruits and vegetable peel waste. We can use it in three methods. The first method is using curd. If we have curd, we can use curd. If we don't have curd, we can also use jaggery as an alternative. So what we're going to do is add 2 heaps full or like 1 heaps depending upon the amount of plants you have, depending upon the number of plants you have. Adding curd or adding jaggery is going to increase the growth of microorganisms, which is going to enhance the properties of these leaves or these fruits or vegetables, and it's going to give it the maximum effect to our plant. The second method is using them in our dhoop. If you know what sambrani is or what dhoop is, what we generally do in our homes, we can either add these powders in them, or we can also burn these powders using camphor. Mix these really well. It'll be really nice if you have the dried flower waste, because they have a very nice scent. To burn them, we'll use camphor pellets because these powders won't burn that easily. So mix it up with camphor pellets, or you can also add chops of matchsticks or burnt matchsticks and wood. The fumes that comes out of it is really good. If you have lots of mosquitoes in your place or lots of flies that's running around in your home, it's definitely going to go off from the fumes. So if you notice, there will be mild amount of fumes that comes out of it, and because of the bitter taste, it just shoos it off, and the air that comes out of it is really healthy as well. The third method would be adding the dry leaves powder directly into our pot when we are going to transplant. So if you notice, there is a small tomato plant that's coming out. So it's very important for the roots to stay strong to bear proper fruits in the future.
This curd solution that's been fermented for almost 9 hours now, we can dilute it in a proportion of 1 is to 5 to 1 is to 10 depending upon the plants that we have. So if your plants are not flowering or fruiting or like they are not healthy, you can dilute it in a proportion of 1 is to 5. Or if we are feeding it just to create or like increase the immunity of a plant, we can use it in a dilution of 1 is to 10. The frequency should be once in a week. This will definitely increase the possibilities for the flower bearing capacities of a plant and the fruit bearing capacity of a plants, because it's basically working through the roots and making the soil more nutritious for a healthy growth of plants. And for the stems, once it's chopped, it can directly be added to our pots in almost all the pots that we have in our garden. So before planting or before germinating, add this in the top layer of soil, mix it and let it set for almost 2 to 3 days. This will stop the growth of fungus in the top layer of soil.
Hope this video was useful. Please do let me know your suggestions in the comments box. Meet you guys in the next video. Until then, namaste.